Hello everybody, welcome to World Without Rule of Law. Recently, I reached the 1200 subscriber mark here on my channel. I'd like to thank all my subs here for helping me to get to that number. When I started this channel last November, I had no expectation that I could ever reach this level. Thank you all again. I'd like to also thank those of you that found enough value in my content to support me on Patreon as well. My channel has a variety of content, but mainly centers around my creative writing projects. I have conservative, right-leaning opinions and values. As such, my writing, naturally, tends to reflect those values and opinions. YouTube has increased the censorship of my channel through the demonetization of a large percentage of my content. Take the EMP series story narrative that I produce weekly on YouTube. It is just that, a story, a fictional tale, written strictly for entertainment purposes. This story cannot be assigned advertisements based on the claim by YouTube that the content is not suitable for all advertisers. Has any content ever created been suitable for all advertisers? Every advertiser seeks to reach a different audience. Therefore, it is a logical conclusion that as the audiences vary widely from channel to channel, so too would the advertisers. I submit that no content is really suitable for all advertisers. Again, I write and narrate into a slideshow a fictional story, a tale. The key here is fictional. It means completely made up, non-reality. Television shows of the same format are produced every single day. They all have numerous advertisers willing to attach their ads to their content. It is my firm belief that the demonetization of my content has less to do with the suitability of that content for advertisers than it does the desire on YouTube's part to control every narrative to promote their leftist liberal agenda and message. Because YouTube has the vast majority of viewers, it is able to do this successfully. Like all leftist-controlled media and entertainment organizations, YouTube seeks to silence any individual or group that has a different opinion or perspective. Even to the extreme point of censoring my small 1200 sub channel through this demonetization effort. I believe that YouTube is attempting to take away the little incentive that the small channels have through this demonetization. I believe that it is their hope that by doing this, the small independent content creators will either conform to the accepted agenda or quit making content altogether. I will do neither. I will not water down my creative content to a point where the overall flavor is taken out of it. Nor will I quit producing that content. I will continue to endure the demonetization of my content as I attempt to grow and expand into other platforms and venues. As long as YouTube allows my content to be produced here, I will continue to do so. I would encourage my supporters to consider following me on VidMe and Patreon as well. I understand that because of the monthly pledge that Patreon is not a viable option for many. I get it. However, please consider that a monthly pledge on Patreon starts at $1. The EMP series alone is produced weekly. This breaks down to 25 cents an episode. In addition, there are other story narratives and value-added content exclusively on Patreon. By expanding my presence on these other platforms, I can hopefully replace the revenue that YouTube has taken away with its censorship of my content. While the income generated from my videos has never been my first priority, I do believe that the hours of work that go into my content production has a monetary value. Like any job, we all seek to be compensated for the time we invest into it. If my first priority were to generate income here, I would have given up a long time ago. I would certainly give up now in the wake of the demonetization of my content. As I stated, I will continue to produce my content here for as long as YouTube allows it to be here, regardless of the monetization issue. I understand that some people may not have an extra dollar a month. Others may be ideologically opposed to a system that requires a monetary pledge to view content. I completely understand and respect that. Those people will be able to continue to have access to the basic content production here on YouTube. There may be others, however, that might be willing to make that small pledge on Patreon to have access to the value-added content there, and in an effort to help support and grow the content that I produce. I believe that the day is coming when YouTube will increase their censorship agenda. The channels that they cannot get to give up or conform their content will eventually be taken down, partially or completely. I believe that some larger channels are already experiencing this. Until that day comes for my channel, my content will continue to be produced here. Thank you so much for helping me grow this channel and reaching that 1,200 subscriber mark last week. I appreciate each and every one of you. God bless you. Now that I have said the name of God, this video will surely be demonetized, if other words or phrases have not already caused it to be flagged. When my content is demonetized, I always request a manual review. To that individual who conducts the manual review, I would like to say, YouTube has no need to feel threatened or insulted by hearing the name of our Lord. I am a legal citizen of this country, having been born and raised here. I have certain rights, inalienable rights, granted by our Creator. Yes, granted by God. One of those rights is to believe that God exists, that He created the heavens and the earth, and every living thing upon the earth. God has granted us all free will to choose to believe as we wish. Yes, even the non-believer has that right. Even the people that do not agree with my opinions and values have that right. I understand and accept that not everybody will believe as I do. That's okay. Again, they have that right too. I don't need to silence or stop the promotion of other beliefs or ideologies to foster a feeling of security in myself. I am secure in my beliefs. I am secure in my value system. I don't need to try to silence the opposing voices around me in order to hear my own voice. Here is a small nugget of truth for the internet gatekeepers to chew on. You may possess the power to silence the voice of the opposition, but those opposing values and ideologies will still exist. You may be successful in becoming the loudest and perhaps the only audible voice, but the strength that empowers man comes from within. It comes from the heart and the soul of man. True strength does not need a loud, boisterous voice to force it upon people to submit to its message or agenda. True strength can be meted out with a whisper or a silent glance. Thank you all for listening. God bless you.
And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence.